Caesar's large hot and ready pizza. Just $5. No strings attached.
Pizza, pizza.
I'm Mike Sherman, this is Darnell Mayberry, and it's hot and ready time. Hot and ready emails. Hot and ready.
Pizza, pizza.
Darnell, first question comes from Carol and Hera, who says and asks, your Mike Holder and Bill Self calls and says, thanks but no thanks, what's your plan B?
I think you got to go with Jamie Dixon. I don't think you can go with a young up-and-coming coach. If you get rid of Sean Sutton, I think you have to get a proven guy. Jamie Dixon is more of a proven guy than, say, an Anthony Grant at VCU.
The Pittsburgh coach?
Yes.
The Pittsburgh coach who's never been to a Final Four?
How long has he been a coach?
He's been there a while. Now, Pittsburgh is a proving ground.
He's more experienced than a guy from the Anthony Grant from Virginia Commonwealth. That's my point.
I like his intensity, and he played against Oklahoma State at the Ford Center last year. Not a bad question. Next question. Hot and ready.
Pizza, pizza.
The next question comes from Tom in Chickasha, who asks, hey, what's Malcolm Kelly's problem? It's not like OU made him run down today on a field of glass when he was running for pro scouts and getting timed in the 40. What's his problem?
I don't know. 4.7 in the 40, that seems, I mean, that is an eye-opener. I don't know how you run a 4.7 from the receiver position. But you know what, Mike? This goes back to OU's had problems for a while now, the past couple of months, with their players in combine-type drills. I mean, they just don't have the stats, and I don't know what it is about this group of players, but they just don't have the numbers.
Today, Malcolm says he planned on running on AstroTurf, and he'd been timing consistently a 4.5. He shows up at the indoor facility, and he's running on field turf. Not at all expected. You're a speedster. Is it really that big a difference?
I don't know if I'm a speedster.
You said you'd run a what?
Well, we're not going to talk about me and Malcolm Kelly in the same sentence, but he has to do a better job of that. I don't know, how you fix that before the draft, but I mean, he has to kind of try to convince these guys that he can be a speedster.
No trouble convincing Texas defensive backs. They've never caught him from behind. Next question.
Pizza, pizza.
Our next question comes from John in Tuttle, who asks, can Kevin Durant make us forget Chris Paul? You're smiling.
Yes, because the answer is yes. Kevin Durant is good enough to make us forget about the lovable Chris Paul that we saw for 2 years in Oklahoma City. Kevin Durant is flat out good, and the only way that we're going to see it, and when he's going to prove it, is when he comes down here at the Ford Center and we see him for 41 games each night.
Chris Paul, the MVP candidate?
Kevin Durant is on his way to being an MVP candidate.
Can he elevate everybody else's game around him?
Yes. Just like LeBron James.
Okay, next question.
Pizza, pizza.
And finally, our last question comes from John in Edmond, who asks, who will be the best Oklahoman in the majors this season?
I got to go with Brad Penny, the pitcher for the LA Dodgers out of Broken Arrow. I mean, when you look at the way he closed the season last year, I mean, he had a big difference between before the All-Star break last year and post-All-Star break. So, and now he's got more firepower on that Dodgers team. I'm going to go with Brad Penny.
Brad Penny, lover of horses, who once was loved by Alyssa Milano. That Brad Penny?
That Brad Penny. The Brad Penny that said he'd take a pay cut to help his Dodgers team. That's a character guy. You got to love that guy.
I like character guys. I also like guys who hit the ball out of the park. I'm going with Matt Holliday. That's all for our hot and ready emails. The Little Caesars Hot and Ready Oven is closed. Send in your emails to the Little Caesars Hot and Ready Oven. Until then, I'm Mike Sherman, and he's still Darnell Mayberry.
Caesar's large hot and ready pizza. Just $5. No strings attached.
Pizza, pizza.